Good morning, everyone. Hi, how are you? Carrie here, down in Texas. Oh, hope you're having a good week so far. It is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Wow, the week is flying by already. Okay, I have done some under eye corrector. I've done my primer. Now I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna mix some concealer. I'm gonna start up here. This is e.l.f.'s 24-hour concealer. And we are going to mix it. This is more of a creamy color, where this one is, it's also an e.l.f. 16-hour concealer. Did I say 24? I'm sorry. This one is a lighter color, so we're going to mix the two, and then I'm going to just do a blending of those using my sponge here. I am in the office all today. Thank goodness I don't want to have to get back out today. It was a crazy day yesterday, in and out, in and out, in and out, between meetings and appointments, and it is so incredibly hot here that in and out of vehicles can just be so exhausting and hot. You know, you get in your car, you get it cooled off, and then you go in for a meeting, you come back out and you got to cool it off again, and it's just this constant heat. I am very concerned about how hot it is here already. We're not even in the middle of June, and we are very high with humidity and heat, and it's just gonna be a really long summer. I do not do well with heat. I really don't. This looks really nice combining these two colors. Gives a little bit more depth. Which I am really liking. Okay, that looks really, really nice. Let me get my glasses on here. That looks really nice, combining those two colors. Really nice. Okay, that's done. So now we're going to go to our powder. Today, obviously, I'm wearing very muted pastel colors. It's a sort of a brown color and a mauve color in my shirt. So I'm going to use a Tarte palette today. I'll show it to you in just a second. I do love this sort of muted color palette. Get that powder on really well, and don't forget to bring it down to your chin. if you are looking for a really hydrating primer, one that, I mean, really lasts all day, that really gives your skin great prep, I think this one is it. I really do, especially for mature skin. Because when I put that on my face, it feels like whipped cream, but really moist whipped cream. And it helps with the wet foundations that you are putting on to stay on, and become this really pretty base. As we get older, you know, we've got to replace what our skin is not doing. We lose the ability to have really moist skin as we get older. And so replacing that is really, really important. Your skin's got to have moisture in it. So I really, really love that moisturizer. All of the, there's so many good ones on the market, but for me at 63, that one just gives me that extra moisture that I need. And it works so well with my other products. Now I am using my Adele eyebrow palette. It's powder, and I combine the brown and the blonde, and I do love this brush that I've had forever and ever. It makes the perfect brow shape for me. This one is, it's got an angle to it. I've had it forever, trying to save it. It feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. Maybe it's just falling backward, I don't know, but I love that. Then to keep that in place, I'm gonna pick up my, what is this? I just completely lost my train of thought. This is my goodness gracious, just completely lost my train of thought. Do you ever have that happen to you when you're trying to think of a name and you just can't think of it? I will in a second. This is glue, or brow gel, if you will. Benefit Bang Brow Gel System. And this is the glue. It works. Oh, I did want to tell you too from yesterday, I told you I'd come back in and talk to you about the pencil and how the pencil did with no powder on it, and I was disappointed. I actually, at about, well, in between my meetings, the majority of it had come off, and so I actually had to reapply. And when I did, I reapplied with some powder. So I was really disappointed. I think it was because it was so humid yesterday and I was in and out all of the time. And those pencils are so creamy that I think you have to seal them up with a powder, because especially if it's in a humid environment, they're just not going to last. So food for thought if you use any of those cream powders. I was really disappointed. Okay, I'm going to use a Tarte palette today, and I'll show you which one it is here in just a second. going to start with this really pretty brownie taupey color. It's got a little bit of mauve in it as well. And we're just going to put that all down on the lid area, and we're going to bring it up through transition, bring it up onto this big bone. When you do that and you bring it up here, you're actually opening up this eye. You're making the eye look bigger, and you're making your socket look taller that way by bringing it up into through transition and up onto your big eyebrow bone right here, eye bone right here. Eye socket bone is a better way to describe it, I guess. That looks really nice. Yep. Then I'm gonna pick up a shimmer to put on top of that right here in the corner. So we get a pop of color right there. So probably a better way to describe that is so we get some light reflection right there. Put some up underneath the brow as well. So I'm adding a shimmer right there. Then I'm gonna pick up a darker shimmer to outline. Just following the natural shape of the top and bottom lash line. And I will show you the shimmer color that I'm using here in a second. I do have some fallout, which is not surprising from the fact that I'm using a shimmer. This is the Tarte palette. I gotta read it. M-A-R-A-C-U-J-A, Juicy Tarte. And the colors that I used this morning, I used this one all over the lid and up through transition. Then I came through and I used this one in the corner, right in here, right by my nose. And then this is the one that I used to outline. And I don't think that, maybe just a tad bit of that. We'll put just a tad bit of that right up here, right in the transitional bone area, just to give a little bit of depth. Yeah, that looks really nice. Beautiful colors. This is one of my favorite palettes. It's not a pink, it's not a brown, it's a really good mixture in between. Now I do have some fallout here today, so I'm gonna pick up my finishing powder with my under eye brush, and we're gonna sweep away the fallout, because there is some fallout because of this is a shimmer that we use today, and so shimmers have a tendency to give you some fallout. Just gonna clean all that up. looks good. We are using Milani's Baked Blush today. Look how beautiful that matches. And get that on there really good. Beautiful color. Okay. All right, that all looks good. So before we get to mascara, because I don't want the fallout from the powder, from the finishing powder to be in my lashes, because we do need to blend all of this now. I'm going to use a really fluffy brush. I'm going to use my setting powder, and we're just going to come back in like this, and we're going to create that really airbrushed, flawless porcelain finish. And I don't want the powder in my lashes, so we're going to do this before we get to mascara. This way you're making sure that there's no line separations anywhere. You're really blending all of that out. I am going to add a little bit of darker lip. This is I put on my Believe this morning, this is a great everyday inexpensive lip gloss. Gives you a lot of hydration in your lips. So I'm just going to add on top of that a darker lipstick. This is also a dollar store buy. It is LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer. I love this. I just think it is a really good, lots of, you can wear it with a lot of colors, a lot of variety, a lot of depth, and I love the way that it gets this beautiful sort of, it's almost like a dark fleshy tone. Don't know if that shows up really good on camera or not, but it is a beautiful color. It picks up the colors beautifully today, especially. Okay, so let's come in and let's get a curl going. On both sides. I am gonna use, today in the beginning, you know what, I'm gonna use a brown today in the beginning. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara, and this one is in, I cannot read what it says, dark brown, I think is what it says. I do love this e.l.f. brush. See those little tiny little they grab such tiny little lashes. And right now, because I'm growing these back in right here, this really helps me grab all those tiny little lashes that are finally starting to grow again. So we're going to do a first coat of this brown. I don't know, it may just stay all brown today because it goes so beautifully with this color palette that I'm working with. just let that. I gotta do this with glasses now, guys, because I just cannot see. I do start underneath and work my way up and out. This way, I'm giving every opportunity to catch that curl that I just put on. By starting at the underside of the lash and letting this brush really coat those lashes. This is a really nice mascara too, I have to admit. e.l.f. does a great job. Got a hair there somewhere. There it is. Get that out of there. Gonna let this first coat here really dry, and then I'm gonna come in off camera after I've filmed. I wanna really let it dry. And I'm gonna come back in if I can see the lashes well enough with another coat, or I may have to come in with a black. We'll see how well it dries, but I'm gonna go down and do the underside, the lower lash line. Get those lower ones coated. With the brown. And let's see. Yep, you can see them, but not very well. So I'm gonna let it dry, and I may come back in with a black. I'm not 100% sure yet. I just wanna let it really dry itself down and see how well it looks in a few minutes. And then if I need to, I will come back in with a second coat, but using a black, depending on how well it dries down and how well I can actually see any lashes. That's not fitting in there today, so I'll put that over there. That is it for me, everyone, on this beautiful Wednesday. I have started to do a little bit more content for you guys. Did some fashion today. I'm going to do a hair video, and I'm also working on the upstairs as we DIY our remodel upstairs. So I am getting some more content for you guys as you asked for, and I appreciate that. I really do. And all of your wonderful comments. I did go through yesterday and found a few comments that I had missed. So check your videos, because I did a lot of responding yesterday. I don't know how I missed the notice that there was a comment, but I did go back through yesterday and picked up a lot of those that I had missed. So I'm sorry for the delay. I don't know what happened. I must have just overlooked it when the original notice came through. So I am so sorry about that. But I did it yesterday, so thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to send me a message. That is what I loved. That's why I do this, so I can hear from you guys, get feedback, and want to know how you're doing. I want to know if you're using products that I have recommended. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Is there a color that you're looking for that I haven't done in a while? Just give me some feedback and let me know. That's what this is all about, is helping each other be our best, put our best foot forward every day, give you some tips and tricks. One of the ones that I really want to reiterate to you this morning is this Korean skincare line. There are so many on the market right now of all price ranges. They're all good because they're all very similar. I love the one that I'm using. It's making a huge difference in my face, as you can see, especially right in here. So give them a try. I mean, what do you have to lose, right? Taking care of your skin is so important because it's your first line of defense too. You want to have healthy skin. It's the biggest organ you have. So take care of it. Never sleep in your makeup also. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day. I may not have a chance to do one. Have to be out very early, and then we unfortunately have a funeral to go to. And so I'm probably going to miss you guys tomorrow. Have a splendid day, though, and I'll catch up with you on Friday. God bless everyone. Be safe. Travel with water. Let your loved ones know where you are. And be ready for that all-important first impression, because you never know when it's going to show up at your door, and you want to be prepared. It could change your life. Seriously, I've seen it happen. So be ready. Be ready, be ready, be ready. Put your best foot forward, because you know what? You deserve it too. Take the time for yourself each day. Put yourself together. Make yourself feel good as you start your day. It is an important thing. I believe that. I know for me it is. And I love to come in and talk to you each day. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Carrie from Texas. God bless everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. It does so much help us grow this community. I appreciate all of your support. We'll see you tomorrow.